Okay, thank you.
Good luck to you, son.
It was 1962. John F. Kennedy was president, and the St. Louis Cardinals were quickly fading to fifth place when Tom Butterfield strolled into Marshall, Missouri, and into our lives. It's almost 20 years now, but it sure seems like yesterday.
Excuse me, miss.
Yeah.
Could you tell me which one of these is Morrison Gymnasium?
Sure. You a freshman?
Yeah.
It's that building right over there with the big window.
One thing for sure about Tom, he was an original. I don't think anyone who ever met him ever forgot him. He sure changed a lot of lives, including mine.
Thomas Butterfield, Rural Route 2, Raytown.
That's great.
All right, you'll be in room 315 of Dixon Hall.
Oh, it's already written down on here.
That's your admission slip.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Are there any questions?
This 2-unit credit for spending 2 hours each school week at the Missouri State Hospital? What exactly would I have to do there?
Just help out. Just anything they have for you to do.
Okay.
But I'll tell you, in the 11 years I've been here, I've never really known one student to actually complete the program.
Come on, get it up off the floor. You can do it. Just move a little more. Hey, I'll give you a piece of chocolate if you bring my cigarette up off the floor. Pick the cigarette up. That's all I'm asking.
What do you think you're doing, hitting this old man like that?
Hey, who are you? That's my patient. You keep out of here.
Hey, what's going on here?
I was just doing my job, Dr. Watson, and this boy comes in here and starts pushing me around.
This man here was hitting this patient.
We were just fooling around. Hey, ain't that right, Orville?
Fooling around,
Tell
like-
Dr. Watson here, we were just playing.
You were kicking him. My God, look at this forehead.
All right, I'll take care of this, Mr.
Butterfield. Tom Butterfield.
Thank you for bringing this to my attention. Hannah, will you see that this gets cleaned up?
I will.
It's gonna be all right, Orville. We won't let him do that to you no more, okay, buddy?
Hi. I think I left my chemistry book. Oh, there it is. I left it here last period in my gym class.
I'm saving up for a new convertible.
I'm Jennifer Bracey.
Jennifer? I'm Tom Butterfield from Raytown.
Oh, welcome to Marshall.
Thank you.
Well, I better get going. I'll see you later.
See you later. Jennifer?
You're opening the door. Very good. Close the door. Open the door. Open the door.
Hi, Jeff. Hi, Jeff.
Show me the cow. Where's the cow?
Hi, Paul. How you today, huh? It's that puzzle I promised. Okay, now this is the house. Here's the roof. All right? Right back in there. Good boy.
You're very good with him.
Well, thank you. Now put the roof in.
My name's Hannah Thompson.
Hannah, how do you do? I'm Tom Butterfield.
Yes, I know you are. Because of you, one of our orderlies is on disciplinary probation.
Here, put this right here.
If it had been up to me, he would have been booted out on a veer.
A man like that doesn't belong here.
Nobody belongs here.
I'll try it again, Paul.
Hey, how you doing?
Fine.
My name's Tom. What's your name?
Joey.
Well, if there's nothing wrong with him, why is he here?
Why? Rotten luck.
Joey's mother and father were both killed when a train hit their auto about 7 months ago. The court couldn't find a foster home.
But why here? I mean, I talked to him. He doesn't belong here. He's right as rain.
He's a ward of the court. They had to put him someplace. Joey will stay here with us until he's 12, and then he'll be old enough to go to the facility in Boonville.
Until he's 12.
You plan to keep that little boy locked up here in this nut house until he's 12 years old?
It's the law, Tom. My hands are tied.
Would it be all right if I took him outside in the afternoons after school and on the weekends?
Well, I don't know. You being so young.
I'm 19. How old do you gotta be to play some catch with a little boy in the park, take him fishing? You know, some of the best fishing in the world's here in the Ozarks.
And that's how it began. Tom and Joey. It wasn't long before anywhere you saw Tom, you saw Joey. They were like father and son. But this father was only 19, and in many ways just an overgrown kid himself. Maybe that's why it worked.
How you doing? Been on tennis last hour?
Yep.
Are you thirsty?
Sure.
All right, the girl. Jennifer. How you doing?
Fine. How are you doing?
We're playing?
Yeah, it's your navigator.
Yeah, this is my best friend, Joey. Joey, this is Jennifer.
Hi, nice to meet you, Joey. This is Stone Bar. You might really be rich. Not quite. Oh, Joey, honey, be careful that you don't smudge that chrome down. Maybe the already shining.
See, Joey, her father's a big bank in St. Louis.
My father works for a bank. That's not quite.
It wasn't exactly my idea to become part of the threesome. I just turned around one day, and there we all were. Tom, Joey, and me.
Staring at the Dee Dee. Dee Dee. She didn't hear me.
Yeah. Walk in the streets.
Thank you for inviting me. Had a good time. See you later. Bye.
Hey, come on, Joey. I already thanked her twice. You said goodbye to her about 8 times.
Julie, what's the matter, huh? I thought you had a great day.
Tom, I don't want to go back. Can I stay with you? Can I? There won't be no trouble. No trouble at all, you'd see.
Oh, Joey.
It's all right. It's all right. It's going to be all right, Tom. Yes. I'm sorry, you're not allowed in here.
Oh, that's all right.
Young man, you want me to call the supervisor? It's all right. He's a friend. Oh, here, who he is? Who's a loose? You know what it is.
Joey? Joey? Joey, it's Tom. Hey, Joey. Hey, Joey, you all right?
It's okay, Tom. I ain't did nothing.
I'm glad to hear that.
Tom,
That's him.
I was just coming to find you.
No one was allowed in the emergency room.
Thank you, Miss Larkin. Come on, we can talk in my office. No, absolutely not. It's just not possible, Tom. Now, calm yourself down.
Calm down? Don't tell me to calm down. Joey was...
Yeah, Tom, I know.
Well, I want to take Joey home with me.
And don't tell me it's not possible. You can call it a furlough, a leave of absence. I've seen the forms. All you have to do is fill one out.
Oh, Tom.
Just look at yourself. Look, boy, you're not 20 yet. You're not out of college. You haven't even got 2 nickels to rub together. How in the world can you possibly think that you're in any position to raise a young boy?
How can you? After tonight?
I've been at this job for almost 19 years. I like to think that in that time I've helped some people. Sure as the devil not in it for the money. I've made some mistakes, but I have never stepped outside the rules.
Maybe it's time you did.
Joy's caseworker is no fool, Tom. Sooner or later, she'll discover that he's missing. And when she does, all will break loose. Believe me, I know what I'm talking about.
Maybe so. But that could be months from now.
You give me your word, Tom, that if I release Joy into your custody, that you will bring him back when I say that it's time.
I promise. Thank you, Doctor.
I'll never know what Tom would have done if Hannah hadn't offered her house. Well, not the whole house. In fact, not even much of an attic.
Hey, this is terrific. Got our own window and everything.
Yeah, how about that? I told you it would take a little work.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be just fine.
Good. Listen, I gotta go. The cleaning things are under the sink, and the brooms and mops and stuff like that are in the closet. Yeah.
Thank you. Beautiful. Lovely.
Hello? Anybody home?
Yeah, we're up here. But don't come up. You might not ever breathe again.
Hi. Thought you could use those.
We sure could.
Mm.
Thank you.
How's it going?
Well, it's coming along.
What? Hi, we got us roomy place upstairs. Want to come see? Yeah.
I think we should wait until it's a little bit cleaner. Here you go, buddy. Why don't you take them upstairs for me, huh? Thank you.
Hey, listen, there's a Halloween dance Friday night. You want to take me?
Well, are you sure you wouldn't rather just go outside and drop a rock on your foot a couple of times?
Pretty sure.
Okay, your feet. Listen, I better go upstairs and make sure he's okay, all right?
You know you're the talk of the campus with this thing.
Oh, yeah? What are they saying?
Well, mostly they're saying that you're out of your mind.
What do you say?
I don't know how you can do this.
How can I not? I'll see you later, okay?
All right, come on, we better hurry. We're running a little late. Looks like you're in trouble in there, Abe.
Oh, yeah?
Don't you look cute? I'm really sorry I'm late. Joey got sick. I thought he just ate too much candy, but he's like running a fever. And...
Wasn't Hannah there?
Well, yeah, sure she was there.
Well, she is a nurse, you know.
You want to take a walk outside?
Okay. Look, Tom, it's not just because you were late, okay? When I was younger, I used to daydream all the time about going to college and going to a Halloween dance with the guy I was crazy about. I guess the daydream never included the guy that I was crazy about having a kid. I don't quite know where I fit in, you know. I just don't even know if I want to fit in, Tom.
Yeah. Why don't we sit down? When I was 13, I was walking home from school one day, and it was April 22nd. And I remember I could smell the honeysuckle on the fences all the way home. When I finally got home, there was a neighbor lady. She was standing in my front yard, and she told me that my mother had died. I didn't even know she was sick. And after her funeral, my father took us aside, and he said that he'd give us enough to eat and put a roof over our heads, and that beyond that, we were on our own. I'll never forget that pain. And I don't think any kid just have to go through that. That's...
I love Joey, you know that.
I know you do.
And as far as you and I go, I'll try if you will. Okay?
I'll try real hard.
In some ways, Tom and I were about as well matched as Abe Lincoln and Raggedy Ann. But that night, I fell in love. On Halloween. How perfect.
Oh, John, you old rascal, you. No, why would I want to get married again? Next husband I have is going to have one foot in the grave and the other one on a banana peel. Tom? It's for you. He just came in. Right. Give my love to Mary. Okay.
Hello, Doctor.
Tom, I'm sorry to call so late at night, but I've been trying all evening, and Mrs. Lightheart has to return to the... Oh, I'm sorry, Tom. Mrs. Lightheart is Joey's caseworker. I'm very sorry, Tom, but Joey has to come back to us. Tom? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
You can have until Monday morning to get everything together. But Joey must be back at the institution no later than Monday morning.
I can't. I just can't, Dr. Watson. I can't take Joey back to that hospital.
Now listen to me, Tom. This is out of my hands. Tom, you gave me your word.
I know.
Bring him in, Tom. Our criminal charges will be filed.
Most people would have given up, but not Tom. He took his case to the state capitol in Jefferson City.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I have a 9:15 appointment with Mr. Madden. My name's Tom Butterfield.
Oh, yes. Would you care to have a seat, please?
Yeah, thank you. Excuse me, ma'am. I've been waiting here for over 2 hours now, and I came all the way in from Marshall this morning. It's very important that I see Mr. Madden.
Well, Mr. Madden is a very busy man. Now, he does know you're waiting.
Miss Cornwell, please go to Boonville right away.
Well, are you ready for your tea, Mr. Madden?
Mm-hmm.
Did you tell him why I'm here?
Yes, I told him.
I'll take mayonnaise tea.
You can't do any such thing.
Who in the name of Sam Hill are you?
You take cream or you a lemon man?
Okay, your minister and his school teacher say that Joey is progressing nicely. That changes nothing. Nothing at all. We have certain policies for the good of the children, and you simply don't qualify. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have work to do.
For the good of the children. Is that what you said?
Yes, for the good of the children. Now, you will please get out of my office. I will call in a marshal and have you escorted out of here.
Call your marshal, Mr. Madden.
You think I won't?
I want you to.
Have you taken leave of your senses? I can have you put in jail.
Sure you can. Go on, put me in jail, Mr. Madden. Sooner or later, I'm going to wind up in a courtroom. And then it won't be just you and me. It'll be a judge and a jury of 12 Missourians. Parents themselves, more than likely. And it'll be in the Star and the St. Louis Post-Dispatch and television. I'm going to yank the lid off of this garbage can and make everybody sick from the stink. We'll see what happens when the good folks of this state find out what's happening to little children down on their luck. So you just call your marshal or give me a license. One or the other.
And so without ceremony or fanfare, Tom Butterfield had done what couldn't be done. He became the first foster parent in Missouri history who was both a minor and unmarried.
What's this all about, Hannah?
Well, I'll tell you in a minute. Did you have an exam today?
Yeah, man. Hey, Woody.
Hi. I thought you'd want to meet him.
Whoa, wait a minute.
Do you know what that license of yours says in the small print?
Yeah, I know what it says, but,
It says you can have up to 5.
As you can see, Andrew, we still got a lot of work to do on this place. But it's gonna be all right. Now, watch your head in this beam. I hit my head on that about 2 times every day. Hey, Joey, I'd like you to meet Andrew. Andrew, this is Joey. Andrew's gonna be staying with us.
Staying with us?
Yep.
Where's he gonna sleep?
Oh, I don't know. I figured maybe we could clear some of this stuff out.
How come I have to share?
Well, Joey, I think this is gonna be wonderful. Now you got somebody to play with.
Want the cards? You can have all of them.
Hey, Joey! Joey! Joey, come back here! Andrew, it's gonna be all right, okay? I'll be back in 1 minute. It's gonna be all right. Joey! 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 Joey, what the heck do you think you're doing?
You don't want me.
What? What are you talking about, I don't want you?
You want him instead of me.
Joey, I want him and you. Joey, Andrew is just like you. If he doesn't stay with us, he's got to go back to that hospital. Now, you don't want him to go back to that hospital, do you?
You never asked me what I wanted.
Yeah, you're right. I should have talked it over with you before I did anything. I'm sorry. But from now on, you get an equal vote on everything that affects you. Okay? All right, so how do you vote on this? Well?
Yeah, he can stay.
Tom thought the boys should have a home of their own. I told him he was crazy, but there I was going along. Maybe we were both crazy. Maybe being crazy is what it took.
Hello there, young man.
Yeah,
Little
Tom
lady.
Butterfield.
How do you do?
Jennifer.
Yes, sir. Well, see, you found it all right.
No problem.
Time was, this was quite the place. The only country club in Saline County.
Let's go take a look inside. Look at the fireplace, Jennifer. Can't you just picture us sitting there on a cold winter night?
No, Tom, I really can't.
It needs a little elbow grease. I'm not saying it doesn't, but that's why you can get it so cheap.
Oh, yeah, how cheap?
$22,500. Or you can rent it for $100 a month.
Why don't you make us your final offer, then we can negotiate.
Honey, I don't negotiate. The price is $22,500 or $100 a month.
$50 a month with a 5-year lease.
You always let her handle your business like this?
Well, it's never come up before, but I guess I ought to, don't you?
All right, you're both nice kids. $75 a month.
And a 5-year lease with the option to buy?
Yeah, you can have the lease and the option. You ought to stick with this when she'll make you a rich man.
Anybody else want some more beans?
No, thanks.
There. Let's see. Forgot my beans.
You got a mom and dad?
Mm-hmm.
Any brothers or sisters?
Nope. It's me.
How about you, Tom?
Yeah, I've got a father,
We have 2 older brothers and 1 younger sister.
Where's your mama?
She's in heaven, Andrew.
Oh. How old was you when she went?
I was 13.
Did she love you?
She loved me very much. We all loved her, too.
My mama loved me too, but my father shot her. Uh-oh, it's Mrs. Lightheart.
No running water?
Well, sure there is. The boys run on down to the creek with a bucket and then they run back.
No electricity?
We got lamps, kerosene lamps, but we're working on it.
Young lady, do you live here too?
No, ma'am. I live at the college. I just come over here during the day to lend a helping hand. That's all.
Mr. Butterfield, I believe in straight talk. This situation is totally unacceptable. I am going to have to recommend that your license be revoked.
Look, Mrs. Lightheart, I understand that you're upset because I went over your head to Madden at the state capitol. But I just did what I had to do. Now, I believe that we both want the same thing, don't we? We both want what's best for these boys. Now, I know that things aren't exactly up to snuff yet, but we are working on them. And you've seen for yourself that the boys are having a heck of a good time. I don't think that carrying fresh stream water or sleeping under a tent are the worst things in the world that can happen to a little boy. I think it's a sight better than where they were.
All right, Mr. Butterfield. I'll give you 60 days to turn this place into something fit for these children. I warn you, almost anything can change my mind. And one other thing. I know the law says 5, but you've bagged your limit of children. And one more, and I will close you down.
You sleep good, okay? You had a tough day. How you doing, Joey? There you go. You sleep good.
Mrs. Lightheart isn't going to take us away, is she?
No, of course not. I wouldn't let her do that, Joey. Okay? Don't worry about it, buddy. Sleep good.
Well, we got over the first hurdle. I was beginning to think that Tom could do just about anything he set his mind to. Unfortunately, sometimes it was real hard for him to keep his mind on me.
Oh, come on.
I'll see you.
Then we got a phone call that was to change all of our lives.
Old Bob down at the store caught him stealing food. I took one look at him and called you. He never had a father. His mother would shoot him with a BB gun when she thought he misbehaved.
Except for St. Louis and Kansas City, Missouri is small towns and farmland. And like in all small towns, word has a way of traveling. And it seemed that Tom's name was getting around. Bobby's grandmother just couldn't handle him. His father had been killed in the Korean War, and his mother died when he was 9. Bobby, you see, was something of an electronics wizard. and a relentless practical joker. Billy and Ray were brothers from a sad, poor place called Goat Hill. Their father was chronically unemployed, and their mother was an alcoholic. A juvenile officer who liked the boys and knew they were headed for trouble heard about Tom and called him. He said they were good boys, and all they needed was a chance and a decent place to live. Pete was out on the road one day, hitchhiking from nowhere to any place, when who should happen by? Normally, Pete wasn't much of a talker, but you put Tom Butterfield with a boy, any boy, and something magical happened every time. It wasn't long before he learned that Pete was 14 and had been in and out of 23 foster homes. We hoped that 24 would be Pete's lucky number. Dwayne, who was 16, was to become our oldest boy.
Look, I'm sorry.
Yeah, sure you are.
I think this is the best thing.
For who? Hey, Dwayne. Glad you're here.
Oh, yeah? Well, good luck.
Come on, Dwayne. I'll take your bag for you. Let's go. Get your hands off me. Okay, Dwayne. I'm gonna go meet the boys.
His mother had deserted the family, and his father just couldn't be bothered. Dwayne was about to become Tom's greatest challenge.
Hey, you guys. Come and see what I done.
Did, not done.
Okay, what I did. Come on. Come on, Tom.
Hey, it's coming along, guys.
Got out of paint.
Did you check the basement?
Yes, I did.
Check again. It's looking real good, Dwayne. Now it's sturdy.
Tom, come over here. Okay, everybody ready?
Ready.
And presto.
Bobby, that's
Fantastic.
terrific. Tom's been trying to get that to work for a couple weeks now.
I know, and you really have things messed up, too.
Here they are. Watch this. There's no hut yet, but we're working on it. You just
Very funny, boy. I'm glad you got it working.
Why don't we drive in Gillum this weekend? We can take the boys on Sunday.
Okay.
I bet you we could find a really nice used one.
Why don't you go on? I'll see you in a bit. What's the matter, Dwayne? Hammer getting heavy?
Ran out of nails.
That old fence and back's full of them.
They're bent.
So straighten them. Come on!
All right, all right. Don't lose my place.
Another vote coming up. We got a new boy that wants to come and join us.
What's his name?
His name's Zim.
Zim?
Yeah, Zim, and no jokes, okay? Now, he's got a father, but his father's in jail, and he's got two brothers, and they're both in reform school. So, what's the vote?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
That's okay.
All right, sounds good.
Dwayne, how about you? Sure, who cares?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, here's to Zim then, huh?
Okay.
And as soon as I can, I'll find us someone who can cook us something besides franks and beans.
Anybody want some more beans? What's the matter? Aren't you hungry? You haven't eaten anything. How about some bread? That's them. Okay, now I want you guys to make Zim feel real welcome, okay?
Sure, yeah.
Okay? All right.
Everybody, this is Zim.
Hi, Zim. I'm Jennifer.
Hi, Hi, my name's Andrew.
Hello.
Welcome home.
Thank you, Andrew.
Hi, I'm Danny. Glad to meet you.
Hi, I'm Pete. Yeah, I'm Billy.
Mother, I'm not wearing myself out. I'm fine, okay? Really? Okay, but I gotta go now, right? Tell Daddy hi for me. What? Yeah, you can reach me at the dorm. Okay. I love you too. Bye-bye.
How's Mom?
How do you think? I haven't called her in 3 weeks. She can't reach me at the dorm. She knows I'm living here. She's not stupid, you know. Did you sign for this?
Yeah.
Tom!
It's not for that much.
Tom, we can't afford it.
Well, look, I got $9 in here that I was saving up for the boys for the carnival.
Tom, I don't want $9. I don't want $90. Why don't you reach in your pocket and pull out $473.86? Because that is exactly what we owe.
Jennifer, I'm doing the best I can. I'm working every minute I'm not in class, and all I'm asking from you is a little support.
Support? I scrub floors. I darn socks. I give haircuts. I help the boys with their studies. I do term papers for you. I'm the only 19-year-old girl in this country with 9 boys. And one of them's 16 years old. Tom, it's not my fault you got yourself in over your head.
In over my head?
That's what I said. In over your head.
Move up to the middle and back. Go forward again. The opposite. Your right hand around. Now turn your own left hand around. Corners all right hand around. Back to your own with the left hand round. Swing on the corner when you come down. Swing that corner, curl around, and join hands. Let's make a ring. You swing. Hear me say.
Believe me, I'm not staying around this town too long.
Where would you go?
California, maybe. Or Tahiti. There's an island someplace where the girls don't wear nothing but grass skirts.
None of my business, Jason, but it's my daughter I'd be keeping an eye out.
What are you talking about?
I saw Sharon with one of them delinquents.
Where?
Over by the statue.
Well, you satisfied, Ralph?
Why don't you start with me, Bill? Just doing the decent thing.
Decent. Well, like you said, it's none of your business, is it? Of course, I guess if you knew better, you'd do better.
You're coming with me, young lady.
What's wrong, Daddy?
When the time's right, there are plenty of decent boys in this town.
Okay, everybody, could I have your attention up here for just a second? Help me out. I got a special announcement that I want to make now, and then we can get on to the grand prize drawing, okay? So just this special announcement, and then we'll get on with things. This is the 9th year that Alpha Psi Omega has put on this carnival to celebrate the end of the school year, and also for a worthy charity. This year, Alpha Psi Omega is proud to donate the proceeds from this carnival to a charity right here close to home. Tom Butterfield, come on up here.
What?
That's it, Tom. Come on up here, buddy. Yeah, watch your step.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, guys.
I got something for you here. I got a check here for you, Tom. A check here for $609.
Oh.
We hope it'll help you all out at the ranch.
It sure
How about
will.
that, yeah?
It sure will. That's great.
Congratulations
Thank
again,
you.
buddy.
Thank you, everybody.
Why don't you sit down over here, okay?
Excuse me. My name's Bill Westbrook.
Hi, Tom Butterfield.
I know who you are, Tom. I drove out by your place the other day. You don't even have a roof over your head out there.
Yeah, I know. We're working on it.
I guess you know that not everybody in this town agrees with what you're doing out there, don't you?
Yeah. Does that include you?
Well, it could. I guess for a different reason.
Excuse me, I just had to
Hannah.
kiss this lug. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hello, Jennifer. Hi, Bill.
Hi, Hannah.
Where you been? I've been trying to call you.
Oh, I went to Kansas City for a week to visit my sister. I quit my job at the hospital.
Why'd you do that?
Well, 5 years is long enough at that place.
But, Hannah, what are you going to do with yourself?
Well, I don't.
Excuse me, I don't mean to interrupt you, but I'd like to say what I have to say, and then I'll be on my way. What I'm saying is I think you're raising false hopes in those boys. I mean, this money could be better spent on something that's going to last.
What ain't gonna last?
You can't raise boys on good intentions. It takes money. I mean, it takes a lot of money. This carnival comes around once a year. What are you going to do 6 months down the line?
Oh, Bill, you don't have the sense God gave lettuce. Why didn't you go on out to that place and look around?
I did.
Well, you didn't know what you were seeing when you saw it.
Boy, are we glad you're here, Hannah. Yeah, now we can really eat.
Yeah, you guys thought your vote didn't count for nothing, huh?
Where's Jennifer?
Oh, she doesn't always eat breakfast.
Since when?
Yeah.
Can I come in?
Mm-hmm. Morning.
Good morning. What's wrong?
Nothing. I just wasn't very hungry.
Let's go someplace today. Just you and me. I think this place can get along without us for one day.
Really? No kids? No errands? Just us?
Just us. So get dressed. We'll go to Kansas City. We'll go catch a show. Or, go to the zoo or anything you want to do.
Why don't we go someplace where we can be alone?
I wonder who that is. Did you get dressed, honey? I'll go see who it is. Still don't know what to say, Bill.
Don't say anything. Just grab a hammer from the other side of the truck and get up on the roof.
You built roofs before?
Shoot, I built every house I ever lived in, except the first one. My daddy built that.
Bill, what's made you decide to help us?
I don't know.
Hi, Jennifer.
Just seemed right.
What's this?
Jennifer! You remember Bill Westbrook, don't you?
Oh, yeah. Hi, Bill.
How are you?
Fine. I'm ready.
Oh, Jennifer. Look, Bill Westbrook, he just came over and he's going to give us all this wood and he's going to build us a new roof. So, you know, I just don't see how I can leave now.
Hey, Tom, could you hand me that keg of nails?
Yeah, sure. You understand, don't you, honey?
Bill Westbrook was a godsend. He taught shop in Marshall High, so there wasn't anything he didn't know how to build or fix. He liked boys and he knew how to handle them. Thanks to Bill, the ranch was taking shape, but I was beginning to feel a little left out.
Spread out, boys. You're gonna wear a hole in the wall.
Sure do appreciate it, Billy. Hey, you so nice. Looks so nice. How about that, here? Pretty nice.
Tom, I have to hand it to you. I can't get over the difference in the house. You've really done it.
Well, they all did it.
5 good-looking boys. 3 over the limit I set, but I think it's great.
Gnats all over the place here. Mrs. Lightheart, have you ever seen 5 better-looking boys than that? Did I introduce you to all of them individually? This is Danny here, first one, and that's Bobby, our electrician, and Petey, and Andrew, and of course, you know, Joey there.
All right, we did it!
We did it! All right, I'm proud of you guys. Little gentlemen.
I can't believe you're leaving.
Tom, it's really going to be for the best if I go home. My parents are insisting, and I'm not really needed around here anyway.
Not needed? How can you say that? Jennifer, there's not one boy here that doesn't depend on you, doesn't need you.
I wasn't talking about the boys, Tom. Tom, I think what you're doing is great. I'm just not up to it. I'm sorry I can't be here for you. I'm sorry you can't be here for me. I wish you all the luck in the world.
Jennifer? But you're coming back, aren't you?
First you say we can vote on stuff, and now you're saying we can't.
Yeah.
No, what I said was I'm just not sure that this is something that we can vote on.
How come?
Yeah, come. Yeah.
Because even if we vote to have Jennifer come back, that doesn't mean she will.
Why? How come she left us?
Yeah, how come?
She like you?
You like her? She don't like you no more, huh?
What'd you do to her?
All right, that's it. There's no vote. You understand? No vote.
Hi.
Look, I know I don't pay enough attention to you. And I know you work like crazy to take care of me and the boys. And I don't tell you how much I appreciate it, and I do. And I just keep thinking to myself how wonderful you are, and I just don't tell you. And I wish that I did, that I could. Jennifer, I love you.
Pencils.
I
you're wearing my
shoes. Dad, if you don't hurry up, you're gonna have to walk to school.
I need my jacket.
I don't. Where's my notebook? Borrow some. I don't know where.
Has anybody seen Dwayne?
He's downstairs in the basement. I seen him.
Are you ready? Why don't you go down there and help get it fixed, okay?
You know how that doesn't go here.
Go on, hit me. I've been hit before.
I catch you smoking one more time and I'll kick your butt.
I don't have to stay here, you know. You don't think I can make it on my own, do you?
No, I don't, Dwayne. Not just yet. You just get your butt out of that car.
You're wrong.
Jeez.
everybody. Don't run. Stay together. Stay together. Joey!
I got him.
Bobby, keep an eye on Joey, will you? Sure doesn't run off. Stick together, guys. Danny, get off of that. Come on.
Hey, where you going?
I'm Tom Butterfield. I'd like to register my boys for school.
Well, where'd you get off bringing it up to this school?
Who are you, mister?
I'm Floyd Barrow, senior member of the county school board.
Please, Mr. Barrow.
Oh, we know you, Butterworth. Bringing riffraff and delinquents into the county and into the schools, but I draw the line on.
You will take this boy, and you better treat him like all the rest. And if you don't, I'll have a court order on you so fast it'll make your head spin. Segregation's against the law, mister, even in Saline County.
We'll take the boy, won't we, Mr. Barrow?
You got a lot of brass, Butterworth, but we know how to deal with your kind.
If you're gonna threaten me, mister, you might as well get my name right. It's Butterfield.
Butterfield and Butterworth, either way, I would give 15 cents for a carload of you and your butter boy. You haven't heard the last of this. Not by a long shot, you haven't.
Come on, boys. Boo. Hi.
Hi.
You should be more careful. You know I could have been a burglar.
Oh, yeah, well, there's nothing to steal. Why don't you sit down?
Do you know what time it is?
Mm-hmm. Well, if we don't come up with $1,000, we're finished.
Finished? Oh, come on. What kind of way is that to talk, huh?
Reality.
$1,000? That's crazy.
Don't you have any idea what it costs to keep this place going a month?
I work every minute I can, Jennifer.
Tom, you work harder than anybody I know, plus going to school, but it's just not enough. And if Miss Lightheart finds out that we have more boys here than the license allows...
Miss Lightheart is not going to find out. Just trust me, Jennifer. It'll work out.
And what if it doesn't?
Well, it's got to. 9 boys depend on it. This is their home.
Then we better find a way to make sure it stays their home.
Johnny.
Marianne.
Hello, Bill.
How are you doing?
Fine, thank you.
How's that grandson of yours?
Oh, he's fine. He kept me up last night, 10 o'clock, playing rummy. He beat the socks off of me.
Go away. Sounds like him.
There's kids.
Is George in?
Yes, he's free. Go right in.
George!
Well, hello, Bill.
How you doing, buddy?
Listen, you boys need insurance. You come to the right place.
No insurance. Money.
I usually try to do it the other way around. I write you insurance, you give me the money.
I know. This is Tom Butterfield.
Mr. Maschke?
With the home for boys out to...
Ranch. We call it a ranch. And that's why we're here. Bill tells me that you're the president of the local men's club, and every so often you help out a worthy cause.
Well, sit down. I suppose you realize that not everybody in this town agrees with what you're doing.
He knows.
Yeah, I know. I think that's because most people don't understand exactly what it is we're doing up there.
Would you like a chance to tell them? At least the members of the men's club? But the club can be generous, sometimes as much as $1,000. Now, I can't guarantee the money, but I promise you, you will get a chance to be heard.
Well, can't ask for much more than that.
Sounds good to me.
Mr. Maschke, thank you very much.
George.
George?
If you got Bill here to work with you out there, you must be doing something right. Get out of here.
Okay, thanks again, Miss George.
Right.
We'll see you later.
Take care now. Bye-bye.
What did I tell you?
Yeah, I just hope all his friends are as easy to talk to as he is.
One of you, Butterfield?
Yeah, I'm Tom Butterfield.
Better get in the car, Mr. Butterfield.
Didn't get very far, did you? Why'd you break into that market? You know, Dwayne, I always figured you might light out one day, but I never took you for a thief.
I just took some food, that's all. Just canned beans, lunch meat. Like that. Stuff for the road.
Sharon's father said you forced her to go with you.
What'd you expect? He'd say that she wanted to run away with the butter boy? If I was a townie, I'd be at home having a hot supper by now, and you know it.
But you're not a townie, Dwayne. You gotta get that through your fat head. What you are is a selfish little... Do you know that this stunt could get our license revoked? And then we all go under? Do you know that? Did you even think of that? No, I don't suppose you did. Sheriff says you can come back home with me. It's up to you.
What's my choice?
You can stay here and wait till they locate your father. Sheriff, I'm ready.
Hey, wait up.
It's tough to blame a kid that's been kicked around all his life. But if the school finds out about this, or Mrs. Lightheart gets wind of it, we could be in really big trouble.
It'll work out.
All right, ready, sit down. Hot one, green, blue, red, Jerry. Oh, it's the bomb! Here we go. Oh, okay, stay at the ball.
Go.
Hey, boy. I reckon you know why we're out here.
No.
No. One of your boys tried to molest Jason's little girl, and you don't know why we're here?
Now, just hold on a minute. This is private property. Now, get out of here or I'll call the sheriff.
I'm warning you, boy. Do you know who pays the school taxes here? We do. Do you know who says who goes to school now? We do. And we say no more butter boys. No more delinquents.
Get in the house, boys, right now.
All except him.
Anybody want a piece of this boy, gotta come through me first.
I'm gonna enjoy this.
Watch out! No! No!
I got another one in here, boys. I think you better just get in your trucks and go on home.
All right, let's go.
Come on, boys, let's go.
This don't change nothing, Butterfield.
Floyd Barrow, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Let's get Joe. Come you fought for me. Because that's what families do, Dwayne. Stick up for each other. Miss Lightheart, what a surprise.
I doubt that. Could I speak to you for a moment, please?
Sure, come on in.
If I come in, I'm going to have to close you down. Oh, Tom, don't pretend you don't know why. Tom, I believe there's a young Negro boy here by the name of Zim. Isn't it odd that as many times as I have been here, I have never seen a Negro boy? Or a young man named Dwayne? Or two brothers named Billy and Ray? Now, that brings the total number of children in this house to 9, or am I mistaken?
I won't deny it.
It wouldn't do any good if you did. Tom, I know what's behind this letter. I mean, it's prejudice and bigotry. It absolutely reeks of it. But that does not change the fact that there are 9 children living in this house, and if they stay here, you are going to have a child caring license. Now, to even qualify for that license, you're going to have to pass fire safety regulations. You're going to have fire sprinklers and alarms. You're going to have a licensed social worker on staff. You're going to have a doctor or at least a professional nurse available at all times, and you are going to have to submit a complete budget with a projected yearly income. Now, do you have any idea how much that comes to? It's an average of over $800 per year per boy. Now, that's $7,200 a year.
That's crazy.
That is the law, Tom. Now, I know what you've done here. I know how much you've helped these boys, all 9 of them. And I'm going to do something that I have never done before in my entire life. We're going to say that I'm not here today. But in 30 days, I will be here, and I will make a formal inspection. I know, that's the week before Christmas. But 30 days is the best I can give you. I wish you the best, Tom.
Thank you.
I really do.
Come on. No, straighten it up.
Okay.
That's what you think is perfect.
Well, Bill, I don't know why I'm up on a ladder anyway with you around.
Very
good. Hey, come on, guys, settle down. You're gonna muffle up your good clothes. Come on, stop it. Jennifer, do we have everything done?
Yeah.
Do we have enough chairs?
Tom, there's only 12 people in his class. Would you just not worry? Everything's going to be fine.
Seems like they ought to be here by now.
Joey. We live far out in the country, remember? Give them some time.
Besides which, they're only 45 minutes late.
They are going to come, aren't they?
Are you kidding? A birthday party? A birthday party with ice cream and cake? Are you kidding? See? I told you. Go get it.
Okay. As soon as the door opens, okay? Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Joe.
It's for you.
I'm sorry. May I talk with you a minute? Privately?
Sure, come on into the kitchen. Hey, Joey. They'll be here in a couple minutes, I promise. They just got lost.
Come on, Joey. Come on, sweetie pie. Let's play pin the tail on the dog. Come on.
Want a cup of coffee, George?
Oh, no. I'm sorry to interrupt. I had no idea it was a special occasion.
It's Joey's birthday. He thinks he's all grown up now. Invited his whole class for school and everything.
Look, I don't know how to tell you this, but I don't think they're going to come.
What? Why not?
Tom, I do business with these folks. Talk to them on the street. I even go to church with some of them. They don't seem to learn much there. The truth is, they don't want you to talk at the club meeting, which is bad enough, but they're keeping their kids from coming to that boy's birthday party in there. It's downright cruel. I'm sorry.
Me too.
You asleep? Want to talk? Guess you feel pretty bad, don't you? You know, Joey, sometimes I think the only people they should allow in this world are kids. It's grown-ups that tell you can't go to a birthday party when you really want to. It's grown-ups that leave you when you... Joey? I love you, buddy.
Kind of heavy, isn't it? What's that? Carrying the whole world on your shoulders?
No, you were right. You were the one who told me I was just giving him false hopes.
Is that so?
Mm-hmm. And the only thing I've done for those boys is make things worse for them. I took them in and I made a lot of big promises, like I was a big man or something, and, well, you all tried telling me. You, Jennifer, and Mrs. Lightheart, and Dr. Watson. Boy, it's a long list.
Yeah, and you didn't believe us, did you? Why believe it now? Listen, Tom. It's your dream. You're the one that makes it happen.
What are you doing?
I'm writing a letter.
At 4 in the morning?
I think that rooster's early.
Who are Mr. and Mrs. Adams?
Never met them. They're 112 Elm Street.
Abel. Ackerman. You're writing to people in the phone book?
Right.
Why?
Because besides the Barrows in here and the people who think like him, I'm betting that there's a lot of good people in here who think like we do and believe that these boys ought to belong here, and maybe they'll send along a couple of bucks just to make sure.
How long have you been at it?
I don't know, a couple hours, 3, 4.
And how many do you have?
12?
What's the date today?
December 4th.
Everyone pitched in. Addressing envelopes, stamping, and less than a week later, a letter to just about every resident of Marshall was ready to mail. I'll never forget the day we took the last of them to the post office. We had such high hopes. We were so sure. too sure.
It's been over a week.
Well, you know, the mail's always slow around Christmas time. There's no hold up here.
Look at her seat. Well, no. I mean, look at that. Look what kind of seats is that?
Well, the back seat looks real good.
Wow.
The front seat's okay, but it's got that cover on it. I don't know if
Just
we washed
that
it, it
one
probably wouldn't
row.
look too bad. Yeah, I haven't really looked, and I don't know. And look, there's
What
no...
is this?
It's a car.
Yeah, I can. Where's your car?
You're looking at it.
Oh, honey. You didn't.
Tom, please don't. Let me do this.
Silly girl. Merry Christmas.
And evermore its bellow sounds, the blessed angel sings.
That was just wonderful. Let's have a big hand for these youngsters. That was just great, kids. Thank you, Cheryl, very much. Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas.
Who does he think he is?
I know I wasn't invited here tonight, but if you just
Then
give
get
me...
out. Please, gentlemen, please. Seems like we can at least hear what he has to say.
He's got nothing to say I want to hear.
Now, Floyd, wait a minute.
That's right, Mr. Barrow. Go ahead and leave. That's your gang. You're not much anyway. How about the rest of you? Anybody want to listen?
No, not really. Not really.
No, I don't suppose many of you do. Nobody wants to know that prostitutes and jailbirds have kids. Well, I got news for you. So do drunks and idlers and even child molesters. When all those people can't take care of the kids they have, we just truck them off to Boonville. Or worse. What the heck, who cares? They're not our kids.
The point is, they aren't our kids. Mister, I got kids of my own. I figure you raise them right, they're going to stay that way.
Okay. But let's say one night when it's raining, you and your wife are coming back from St. Louis and you go off the road and you never make it home. What happens to your kids then? Who's going to take care of them? Your Aunt Mabel, who's 86? Or do they go to Boonville? Maybe the state mental hospital. Doesn't have to be anything wrong with them. They just put them there because there's no room anyplace else. And one night, some poor, sick patient comes in and beats them. Yeah, your kid. The point is, sir, that there is another way. It just doesn't seem like any of you give it.
For the first time in his life, Tom had given up. He just didn't have the heart to trudge into that post office one more time and stare into that empty box. It was better not to look, not to know.
All with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. Come on, you guys, let's have a little noise here. 'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel, fa la 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 la. While we sing the Yuletide carol.
Hey, Tom, why don't you come over and help us trim the tree?
I should go help Bill with
now
the
what song?
furnace.
What song do you want to sing now? Let's sing Good King Wenceslas. Do you all know that one?
No.
All right, repeat after me. Good King Wenceslas looked down.
Good King Wenceslas looked down.
Stephen, on the feast of Stephen, when the snow lay round about, deep and crisp and even, there's no flake on the ground, deep and crisp and even, brightly shone the moon that night. Let's hear it. Brightly shone.
Merry Christmas! Hey, that's a very fine-looking tree there.
Well, thank you very much. How are you? Would you like some pine coffee?
No, thanks. I've been eating too much lately anyway. Now, Tom not coming by for a couple of days to pick up the mail, and it's overflowing, not only the box, but most of a mail cart. So I figured I'd better bring it on out.
Mail?
Yes, ma'am. It's more than I get for the town normally.
May I?
Well, sure, go ahead.
Is all that for us?
Well, there's a lot of crazy addresses in there, but, yep, I'd say it's all for you.
Money. Dear folks, my husband came home from the men's club meeting and we thought you might be able to use this contribution for your kids. John A. Wilson is $25.
$25! Wow! Listen to this. Thanks for making us sit up and listen. There will be jewels in your crown, Mr. and Mrs. P.A. Fuller, $100.
Wonderful! Thank you. Bringing that. Thank you.
Well, incidentally, I got a letter from Tom, too, and, here's something from me.
Oh, thanks, Mrs. Wilson. That was great.
Very much. Thank you. That was so nice of you, Tom.
Well, thank you so much.
Would you open this?
What's going on?
What is
this?
Merry Christmas!
Love you too.
More than a few Christmases have come and gone at the ranch since our first. But that one will remain forever bright and clear and as perfect as a snowflake.
And I'd like to thank you for all the good people in Marshall, for sharing their blessings with us, for making it as wonderful a Christmas as it is. Amen. Amen. Okay, so who wants white meat?
Me.
I wonder who the heck that is. I'll get it, Mom.
Pass the potatoes, please. That boarding house reach is going to lose you a hand.
How many white meats was that?
Thank you.
One.
Butter.
Okay, I'll just carve it on up.
Somebody start the potatoes and somebody start the cranberries.
Dark meats, huh? Well, what do we have here?
Are you the man who takes children that nobody wants?
Oh, I sure am, little fella. You come to the right place. I bet you're hungry, aren't you? Oh, and cold, too.
Come
It's
on,
cold
let's
outside,
get you
huh?
out of these things.
Here, I'll take that.
Trust you.
Well, let's get her a chair. What's your name, sweetheart? Jill. Everybody, this is Jill. Here you go.
Jill.
Here's a chair for you. I'll get you an extra plate. And everybody, introduce yourself to Jill. Come on, where's Jill?
There are now 4 Butterfield youth ranches in and around Marshall, Missouri, where for almost 20 years, boys and girls have been fed, clothed, raised, and very much loved. I know, because Tom and I have been here all this time.
And Andrew, and Petey, and Dwayne.